Dr. Allen from MarketingPearlOfTheWeek.tv, and today we're going to talk about the bait. What do I mean by the bait? You know, at the end of every sales presentation, there's a close, and I know a lot of people talk about they don't want to use the close because other people are scared of it, but there's always some kind of bait at the end, and I don't mean bait and switch. I just mean bait. And bait is nothing more than a call to action with a sense of urgency. The question is, 1, do you believe the bait? 2, do you take the bait? 3, do you think that using bait is the best way to get someone to commit, to take advantage of your offer, to become a patient or a client, to go from being a lead converted into actually being a patient that generates income for you and revenue? And that's really the big question here. What do we mean by the bait? Well, you've heard this from almost every offer you've had. We've had thousands of people watch this video, but we only have 50 slots for people to get in. Or the offer is only good if you act right now. Or you only have till Friday to take advantage of this. Or maybe the offer is, if you act now, we're going to send you an additional $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 worth of valuable things that you have to have. We're not talking junk, we're talking valuable. And you know, most of us sit there and go, is that really true? Do they really have only 50 slots or 60 slots or 70 slots and 10,000 people are going to make that choice? Or are they just saying that as a sales pitch? Are they really giving us all this great value, or are they just saying it to get us to act? Are they really going to tell us that you only have till tomorrow or 2 days from now, or you must act right now, otherwise you're going to lose out on the opportunity? And we all ask ourselves those questions, and I want to tell you that the answer to those questions lie more within you than in the person making the offer. This is really an important concept, and I want you to understand the difference. You know, we talk about in our The System webinar, our marketing program, which we're going to give you a link to at the end for you to check out, but we talk about there that there's a window of opportunity. The window of opportunity simply is, at what point is the person still excited from hearing about your presentation, what you do, your offer, what you offer in your practice, the value of them coming to see you? There's a window of opportunity, and we all know that window of opportunity. Here's the window of opportunity. You and your wife go and you're looking for a home, and you tour some homes. You walk throughout the house, you see the great room, the picture windows, you love the bathrooms, the closet space is perfect. You look at that and you leave and you're excited, you're talking it back and forth to each other, and you say, wow, I really like that room and the backyard was great. You're in the sweet spot, you're excited. Now, the greatest likelihood of converting you from a potential buyer of that home to the actual home is in the early stages of your relationship, right after you toured the home, right after you had the experience. And as time goes on, that level of excitement actually diminishes. So what you want to do is you want to really, if you're converting someone or you want to try to make someone a customer, you want to tap into them during that window of opportunity. It's the same thing when you make an offer to a patient. If you're doing a patient orientation, what happens is that person is sitting there in front of you thinking, wow, you know, I should really do this. And you need to take advantage of that window of opportunity and make them an offer to push them over. And that offer simply is, for coming here tonight, you can take advantage of a free exam or whatever your particular offer is based on your legal town, city, or state. You make that offer because you want them to be thinking, I need to make the decision now. So really the bait, if done properly, is really a good thing to do. And here's another reason why. Robert Kiyosaki, he says, are you I can't afford that person, or how can I afford that? And the difference between those two is simply the person who says I can't afford that is programming themselves to be shut off. They've programmed themselves not to be able to take advantage of the opportunity. The person who says, how can I afford that, realizes that it's a total different mindset and one that allows them to take advantage of almost every opportunity. Now, I want to read you something that I think is important for you to hear. This is from the great book, Killing Sacred Cows by Garrett Gunderson. And Garrett says here this: when all of our financial decisions are fundamentally based on price, we prevent ourselves from considering all possibilities. If we come across something that we want, but we don't currently have the money to pay for it, it's the end of our mental process. It's tyranny of the mind. And the saddest part about it is that we do it to ourselves. As long as we're focused on price alone, we are never able to dream, envision, create, and find solutions. We paint our lives, our abilities, and our potential into little boxes that are completely based on our current level of income, and there we stay. Rarely do we consider that we control the size of our income box, and because of that, we don't have to be slave to prices. You know, most people have the mindset they can't afford it, and a lot of times you hear an offer that is so important for you to get to the next step. Maybe it's the next step in your practice. Maybe if you're a potential patient, it's the next step in your health care. Realize this, that you really need to make that kind of offer, the bait offer, because the majority of the people need that push. So it is the right thing to do. The wrong thing to do, of course, is do it as a used car salesman. You want to do it. You really want to go ahead and do it and make an offer that they have to sit there and say, you know, I would like to do this anyway. Maybe I should just go ahead. Maybe it's the missing ingredient. You know, we find with the system, our system is one of the best valued programs there to expand your practice. And in fact, no matter what else you're doing, it's designed to fit in. No matter whose program you're using, no matter what else you're doing with your practice, the system is what gives you the automatic follow-through. Some people sit there and go, well, I don't know, maybe now, maybe later, whatever it is. But in reality, when you think of it, if you push that person a little bit, they realize, I can't do it without a system. I can't do it unless it's automatic. So by saving a small amount of money, those people miss the big opportunity of taking a lot of leads and converting them into patients. So we'd like to, as everybody else does, and it's a proven success, to throw out that little bait, push them a little bit, because deep inside they know. And most people are the I can't afford that person. The real winners are, how can I afford it? You need to become a how can I afford it person. And in reality, the people who are the how can I afford it people don't need the bait. But all the other people do, and you know something, it works. And in the long run, when they take the bait, when it's offered professionally, when they get an offer they can't refuse, when they see there's so much value, they're always thankful that they took the bait. So the message is this: don't make a judgment about the offer the person is making. Make a judgment about the person that's on the receiving line, because the person on the receiving line, that bait, that offer, really 9 out of 10 times will be the right thing for them. So it's not a negative, it is a little bit of a sales pitch, but in reality you're doing the people a favor by making it. Again, do it professionally. Don't do it as a used car salesman. In the end, it'll pay off big time for the person, the lead that actually converts into a patient or a client, and it'll pay off for you as the marketer. When you're in front of your potential patients, give them an offer, give them a little bait, give them a little push. The system does it automatically for you, but it needs to be done. This is Dr. Allen for MarketingPearlOfTheWeek.tv. I'll look forward to seeing you next time, where we'll be bringing you one more pearl to help you build the practice of your dreams.